This is headquarters, the home of the European Tour and its flagship event, the BMW PGA Championship. Wentworth, where around the West Course, so much golfing history has been and continues to be created. In late spring every year since 1984, the BMW PGA Championship has been played on this Surrey Heathland course, just a short drive west from London, the capital of the UK. Big crowds are guaranteed, so are big names, and this year is no exception, with 10 major champions and 5 former world number ones in a glittering field on a course designed by Harry Colt in the 1920s, modified by Ernie Els in recent years, and a recognised true test of the best. In total, 98 European Tour winners have assembled, and top of the bill may well be Rory McIlroy, hoping for improved fortunes at Wentworth. This on the 7th in the first round certainly augured well. The contours couldn't have been more accommodating for the 2012 Race to Dubai Kingpin. McIlroy goes into the closing day on 8 under par, together with a confident Dutchman who only missed out on a playoff at last week's Spanish Open by a single shot, Joost Luiten. Luiten moved into contention with a 67 on Saturday, his third subpar round of the week. And Kim Thomas, one of the Republic of Ireland's leading players, is prospering also.
Yes, Phil, that's free-flowing swinger Shane Lowry, who shot an 8 under par 64 in round 1. The 2012 Portugal Masters champion lies 9 under par after 54 holes. This is a typical example of his superb iron play on the 10th in round 2.
With a third, a second and 2 victories here, Luke Donald is very much a BMW PGA Championship specialist. And guess what? He's firmly in the mix again. At 10 under, after rounds of 71, 67 and 68, Donald's in the final group.
But 5 shots ahead of Donald is the current Race to Dubai leader, Thomas Bjorn. The Great Dane really wowed the crowds on day 1 with a course record equalling 10 under par 62. He was home in just 30 shots against the par of 37. Day 2, a different story. His level par 72 meant he had to share the 36-hole lead with Lowry. Sublime bunker shot here on the 15th. And it goes. He rallied with a 67 on Saturday. Bjorn again at the top, Phil.
Yes, Sweden's Henrik Stenson could end the week as world number 1 with a powerful finish, but it's another Scandinavian who's the man of the moment. A final round advantage of 5 shots, by the way, for Bjorn that's never been surrendered in this event at Wentworth. But on the brightest day of the week, weather-wise, low scores are possible. And after making a bogey on the 3rd, the joint toughest hole over the 4 days combined, Stenson snares a birdie on the 4th.
It's a wonder start for Pablo Larrazabal, this year's Abu Dhabi champion. Birdies the tough opening par 4 after this stunner of a second shot. He then made a deuce on the par 3 second hole, Pablo progressing to 9 under.
McIlroy stuck to par before striking on the 4th. After birdies on the par 5 on the opening 3 days, an eagle lands. Eventually. And the former US Open and US PGA champion stayed 10 under with a par at the 5th.
Great stuff. Now take a look at this from the wet sand below the first green. Thomas Bjorn, a big man with a very soft touch. Great par save when it matters. 2 more pars followed, the Dane holding firm.
Shane Lowry is good pals with McIlroy and their early progress was identical. 3 pars followed by an eagle at the 4th.
Bjorn's nearest challenger, Luke Donald, makes hard work of the first hole on the West Course. The early walk, the early bogey. Oh dear.
So then McIlroy is now 3rd, Lowry is only 4 shots adrift, but Donald falls 6 off the pace, still being set by Bjorn, who has struck an ideal tee shot down the hill on the inviting 4th.
552 yards, 505 metres, this par 5. Easiest hole on the golf course all week. Slightly downhill lie. Pin tuck left. Hard to find. Oh, not for Bjorn. What a shot that is.
trying, Kim, to become the second multiple winner on the European Tour this season. He won the Nedbank Challenge, of course, in South Africa. But Shane Lowry is suddenly back to his best.
Playing the, I was going to say awkward par 3 fifth, but not for Shane. He's made 3 threes so far this week on this hole. Looking to go one better right there.
Now, in the newspapers at the start of the week, all of the talk was of Rory McIlroy's cancelled wedding with Caroline Wozniacki. But he honoured his commitment to play in this tournament. And he said that being out on the golf course has given him some sanctuary, some serenity from his personal problems. And it's great to see him back playing really good golf.
Yeah, definitely in with a great chance too. Third shot there from McIlroy at the 6th. So struggling for his par there on the par 4-6. Now back to the 4th. Donald for 11 under and the eagle. No, on the low side. A very comfortable birdie though.
Now this would be quite a save. The 6th hole at 418 yards looks straightforward enough, but it's claimed plenty of victims this week. Oh, good putt from McIlroy, but not quite good enough. The recently crowned Players champion Martin Keimer made a triple bogey 7 here when going well on Friday.
Yes, it's been lengthened by at least 40 yards. The 6th hole used to be a cinch of a par 4, not anymore. Now then, Bjorn for 17 under. Big moment. Little hop early on. The greens have stood up very well indeed, considering the weather earlier in the week.
Just a little left to right this putt. Tried to taper away, but it found the target. Hard to believe the way he's playing that Shane Lowry is currently 165th on the race to Dubai, having missed 6 cuts this season. Lowry's on a roll. So is Pablo Larrazabal, bidding to supply Spain's 6th win on the European Tour this season. But remaining in charge, it's Bjorn, trying to avoid a repeat of the bogey he recorded at the 5th yesterday.
Pin well back on the green. Green that slopes away from the players. Tugged it left. That could be very awkward in the neck of the bunker, that one. We shall see massive crowds here on the last day in the sunshine. Fantastic.
Awkward stance, really, for Rory McIlroy. Ball below his feet to an uphill target. He made it 2 on Thursday here. We saw that. A 6 on Friday. A birdie yesterday. And maybe another 3 today from where he was. Class.
Donald's tee shot, playing with Bjorn, of course, in the final 2 ball. An absolutely immaculate swinger of the golf club is Luke Donald. There's the familiar cheer of Luke from the crowd.
Pinpoint off the 6th tee, Shane Lowry. Showed encouraging signs last week when he was tied 15th in the Open d'Espagne. Now, most people, or at least the majority, I suppose, this week would be happy to find the middle of the 6th green in 2. But from where he was off the tee, Lowry isn't happy.
Recovery time for Bjorn. Fantastic bunker shot on the opening hole. Can he repeat it here? Pretty good lie. Oh, no. Is it going to go down the slope? No. A tester left. 10, 11 feet for the par.
Birdies on the 1st, the 2nd and the 6th for Larrazabal. But he'll be hard-pressed to make a birdie here, Kim.
This is a lasso of a putt. Almost impossible to get the line right. Along the ridge. Oh, he hasn't hit it hard enough. It's going to die quickly. This green can make you look very foolish indeed.
Larry not happy with his approach. And that was always low.
Larry trying to save his par now then. 12-footer to stay 10 under. No. You'll see a lot of putts missed on the low side on this golf course. They've really made the greens very tricky. Quite right too. It's a classic golf course to play. You've got to work hard for your score here. Larry needing to regroup.
Thomas Bjorn today looking for his 16th European Tour win. But that was the first sign of weakness. A bogey on 5, cancelling out the birdie on the previous hole. Mind you, Kim, he's far too experienced to panic.
Oh, yes. He's been there many times before. As we mentioned, he's leading the race to Dubai. A shoe-in for the Ryder Cup. Glen Eagles in September. Now then, McIlroy. 9 under, 6 behind Bjorn. Slider. In. Yes. Magnificent birdie on the 7th. He likes that hole, Phil, doesn't he?
2-6-3-3 he scores there this week. Now can Donald bring about a 2-shot swing with his playing partner on the 5th? Chance gone. Anyone who maintained that Bjorn was a certainty might want to revise that opinion. With less than a third of the closing round in the books, his 5-shot overnight lead is down to 3. The BMW PGA Championship brewing up nicely. This is the 10th PGA Championship sponsored by BMW, and at a press conference in London prior to the event, it was announced their relationship with the European Tour has been extended until at least 2018.
I think in this particular market, as we start to come out of the recession, 4 more years on with the size of this arrangement, it gives us enormous confidence to be here at Wentworth, in Munich, BMW Masters in Shanghai, and of course supporting the Ryder Cup and the other tournaments where they're official car team. Wonderful news for the European Tour.
We've got almost 3 decades that'll be behind us by the time we come to the end of this next relationship. So, it's a long-term agreement. We don't do anything half measures. So it started with the International Open. 10 years ago now, we added this tournament. 2 years ago, we added the BMW Masters in Shanghai. So we've got a global footprint, and we're delighted with the way it's developed and the way it continues to move forward.
Excellent news, as it's been for double Dubai Desert Classic champion Stephen Gallagher, who's bogey-free today. The Scot reached the turn in 33, then rattled off 4 consecutive birdies from the 11th to storm up to 9 under par. To use horse racing terminology, he's coming up on the rails.
Whereas the Donald jockey has become unseated on the 6th. All sorts of problems for the former #1 in the world. A very ugly triple bogey 7 sends him tumbling down to -7. He needs to resaddle, and quickly. The 9th on the West course is a testy 449-yard par 4. And so it proves for Shane Lowry, who drops his first shot of the round. Out in 33, he turns for home, 11 under par.
You know, Donald wasn't the only one to come a cropper on the 6th. Bjorn failed to escape a fairway bunker, found greenside sand with his 4th, and joined his playing partner in carding a 7 to radically reshape the leaderboard.
My goodness. Now, did Donald get back on his horse? Here is the reply. And what a response. Birdie on the 7th restores some pride and some slim hope of a third BMW PGA title.
Bjorn, 5 clear overnight, remember, is now clinging on to a one-shot lead from Lowry, with McIlroy only 2 behind. Although obviously shaken, he did par the 7th and 8th, mind you, and he's found the 9th fairway.
He's got a 5-iron in his hand. Very difficult to judge the distance on this second shot on 9. Slightly raised green, and there we are, just a little shy when you pay the penalty. That'll be no easy chip either. Hard work, Thomas.
Judgment of distance is also a perennial problem on the 10th. The wind swirls around in the trees. But Shane Lowry here has made 2 birdies already this week.
Awkward green to hit. It slopes away from you from left to right. Trees on the right seem to come into play. Oh, very good shot though. On the left side channel. Well played, Shane.
Now Luke Donald trying to join Colin Montgomery, Bernhard Langer, Sir Nick Faldo and Peter Alliss as a 3-time winner of the PGA Championship. 186 yards to go. I think that's acceptable, Kim.
Yeah, it's not bad. He won't be happy with it, though. He's a perfectionist. Exactly half that distance. 93 yards left for McIlroy. Up ahead at the 11th. Inviting second shot to this hole. Uphill. Pitch it past the pin if you can. Oh, doesn't need to. Well played. An obvious birdie chance. McIlroy in the ascendancy.
Now, astoundingly, Thomas Bjorn has played the back 9 here this week in 16 under par over the course of the first 3 rounds. And he would love to go to the back 9 today with a par here on 9. But after that, a par is not guaranteed.
So 1 over for the front 9, 16 under for the back. Amazing. Larothabal needs his short game magic here. On the 11th, come on. Didn't quite catch that right, I don't think. A little bit heavy. Ground still quite moist after the rains of the earlier part of the week.
Yes, delays on Thursday and Friday, but you'd never imagine it now. The weather is glorious.
Double breaker for Luke Donald. Coming back from that side. Come on. Not quite the pace. It's a par then. Stays 8 under.
You would feel this has to go in. Title ambitions now on shaky ground. He has won this season already, of course, the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship. Very excitable character, Kim.
He is, and exciting to watch as well. Touch with the Sevi brush, I think. Now Bjorn. Should be a straightforward tap in for the par on 9. Well, that is amazing. A complete push. Unravelling, rather, isn't it, for the Dane? Back to 11 under.
And that means, Kim, that if Lowry holds his birdie putt on 10, just through the trees there, Bjorn's lead will have completely evaporated.
Good chance here for Shane. Right to lefter, about 6 inches of borrow. Oh, it's tracking. Oh, it's beautiful. Bogey on 9. Bounce back on 10.
And there is the new leader. So McIlroy has this to be within 1. Well, the authentic quality of the approach deserved an awful lot better. Gilt-edged opportunity wasted. McIlroy stays 2 behind the new leader Lowry, both of them aiming to become the first Irish winner of the PGA Championship since Harry Bradshaw in 1958.
Lowry, 3 pars so far on this 11th this week. He's birdied most of the holes around the track. Come on. You know you want to. I'd rather be below the hole, but that's very holeable, that putt. Chance for 13 under.
Now can Bjorn banish the front 9 blues and go in the red on the back 9?
Looking to move it from the left into this right-hand pin. Well, he would have liked that. And now he's unlucky. Up against the collar. Yeah, it just ran on, Thomas.
Rory McIlroy has owned the 12th this week. Eagle birdie so far. 5-iron after a cracking drive. Front bunker. It's a very small target to hit, in fairness. A raised green. And given his prowess from sand, you'd fancy him to get up and down for a birdie.
Stephen Gallagher enjoying a very nice payday here. At 9 under par. Third shot to the closing hole. It's a par 5. So a chance to post a score that others have to beat. What an arena this 18th hole is.
Now Bjorn needs some kind of spark. Was running out of pace though, wasn't it?
From the bunker then, McIlroy pushed his second shot. Third shot, par 5. Oh, that was a tough shot, but he's made almost a perfect job of it. He had no room to pitch that ball. JP the caddy. Great right-hand man.
Donald. Challenge reignited. The plaintive cries of Luke. If he wins this, you know, Kim, his total earnings from the BMW PGA Championship over the years will be €3.2 million.
That buys a few motor cars. And then Gallagher for a round of 65. Started the day 3 under par, not in contention. Oh! Great try. Bit less pace and that would have turned in. It's a magnificent Sunday, a round of 66 for the Scot.
McIlroy for birdie on 12. Never anywhere else. He would have felt aggrieved had he not made a birdie there.
So McIlroy, 11 under. His good friend Shane Lowry, 1 hole back, 1 shot ahead. Make that 2 shots ahead. 13 under. Game on, Phil.
Smashing. In pole position at the BMW PGA Championship, it's a golfer whose drift into peak form after a subdued start to the season could not have been any better timed. Shane Lowry leads by 2. The sun has shone for the final round of the BMW PGA Championship, and despite failing to convert a birdie chance on the 18th, it's been a profitable day for Simon Dyson. With a round of 67, he's tied Stephen Gallagher for the clubhouse lead, and his 4th top 10 finish of the season is under lock and key. As for Henrik Stenson, gunning for number 1 in the world rankings by the end of the day, an eagle on the 17th could be gold dust. He climbs to 8 under.
After Shane Lowry's great birdie on the 11th, this on the par 5 12th. Yes, a birdie 4 there means he's now 14 under par. 6 holes to play.
Historically, the 13th has often proved extremely tricky, but not for Rory McIlroy today, who delivers a birdie on the dogleg par 4. That's 3 birdies in 4 holes, and 12 under.
This hole's wrecked many a scorecard. Lowry finds 13 an unlucky number. Errant drive, penalty drop, double bogey 6. Ouch.
Don't discount Donald, who started the back nine handily, but he trails the now trio at the top by a couple of shots. McIlroy, Bjorn and Lowry, in need of a bounce back after his problems on the 13th, share the lead.
Uphill, downwind par 3, never easy. Up to shelf green.
Go, go, go.
Lowry, does he like it? Oh, he should do. It's fantastic. What a riposte after that double bogey on the previous hole, eh?
And Kim, what a tournament. 94,000 people here this week. The BMW PGA Championship is a real credit to everyone at the European Tour.
It sure is. A fantastic venue. The crowds love it because they can get very close to the players. The trees crowding in on the fairways. It's a great place to watch golf and play. 11 Ryder Cup players present this week. It's massive.
Yes, the event's status growing all of the time in the world of golf. And it looks like having a very high-profile champion. Can't get much higher profile than Rory McIlroy if he were to prevail.
Back to 13, and McDonald having missed the green on the right. Normally very good with these. Start it down the hill. It's looking good. It's looking better than good. It's in for 11 under. Wow.
Now a 6 on the previous hole. This for a 2. What a turnaround it would be. And that shows you Shane Lowry's composition, made of stern stuff.
Back at the 13th and Bjorn, another one from the fringe area. A bit more freedom on the backswing this time. Just a little wide. Still looking grim, determined. He won't give up.
Together with McIlroy, Bjorn, who did tap in for a par, remains one off the lead, being held by Lowry, who's no doubt delighted to have found the fairway off the 15th tee.
Very sloping green from right to left. So you have to start this ball down the right-hand side, let it feed down to the pin. He likes it. Oh, no doubt pumped up by a bit of adrenaline there. He liked that shot, you know. Long hitter, Shane, and this man's increased his length as well. Luke Donald working with Chuck Cook in America. Swing plane flattened off a little. Swinging the club much more around his body on the backswing. He's still coming to terms with that swing change, though. Not a bad tee shot on 14, but that's a devil of a putt from the upper level.
Yesterday, Thomas Bjorn made 6 consecutive birdies on the back nine, from 11 through to 16, and then birdied the 18th as well. He would settle for just 1 here. 7-9, the club of choice. To a very tough pin that was selected by fans. They had 4 to choose from, and they decided on that one. Not to Thomas Bjorn's liking.
McIlroy from 143 yards on the 16th. Must get it past the pin here with the spin he's going to get. Oh, please. You are joking. That's going to work its way right down to the bottom of that little slope, you know. Another of the greens that's been changed here and improved. Tough, though.
Now can Henrik Stenson pick up 3 shots in the last 2 holes? Instead, a round of 70. And it's wait and see for Stenson in terms of that world number 1 position. He could be world number 1 tomorrow morning, depending on what Adam Scott does over on the PGA Tour at the Colonial later this evening.
Once again, Bjorn in the sand. This time on the 14th. Very intelligent shot. That's going to come back off the slope. Come on, bit more. Almost a gimme.
Now, Shane Lowry has got a tremendous short game when he won the Irish Open as an amateur in 2009, and again in Portugal a couple of years ago. He was superb. That not his best. It leaves a really horrible snaking putt, and after the second shot, he will feel hard done by if he makes a bogey there.
Now, we've seen one chip in on the 13th from Luke Donald. This is a whole lot more difficult, though, for McIlroy. Up the slope, got to land it just right. Whoa! Big putt coming up there for the par to stay 12 under. He's 4 under for his round.
And a tough putt now for Donald. Left to right, severely downhill. Over the ridge. The pace looks exquisite. Oh. Luke, you've been robbed.
And if Lowry misses this par putt on 15, he will feel robbed as well. He thought he hit the perfect second shot. It was too long. Chip to here. Oh, look at the slope on that green. Another one misses on the low side. Lowry back to 12 under.
Now Bjorn missed a putt of similar length to this for his par on 9. It's been one of those days, Kim.
Mind scrambled once again. McIlroy must make. Oh, and he has. He's a major winner, and there he is showing his class.
And holding par putts like that, the glue that binds title challenges together. What a conclusion in prospect. Any one of 4 golfers could still lift the trophy, with Donald and Bjorn just one shot off the lead, being held by a couple of friends from Ireland, McIlroy and Lowry. This year's BMW PGA Championship has developed into a classic with numerous storylines. Take, for example, Henrik Stenson, who made an eagle on the 17th, shot 70, and is guaranteed to finish inside the top 10, a result that might be good enough to secure world #1 status. And what about Stephen Gallagher, trying to muster every Ryder Cup point he possibly can to be at Gleneagles in September? Well, a bogey-free 66 has done the Scot nothing but good.
What about Thomas Bjorn, the overnight leader, still reeling after a triple bogey 7 on the 6th hole? He's +4 for the round, playing the 12th and securing the birdie 4. Thomas tight-lipped, battling hard. Twice a champion here at Wentworth, Luke Donald gives a short game masterclass on the 13th. Take a look at this. Perfection. The birdie 3 keeps his hopes alive on 11 under par. Go, Luke.
Shane Lowry seemed to have stumbled when he double bogeyed the 13th.
Get in the hole!
But what about this? As a response on 14. The birdie was forthcoming, but he dropped another shot on the always demanding 15th. So with 3 to play, he sits 12 under.
Rory McIlroy signalled his intentions early on with an eagle on the 4th. In a week of mixed emotions for the major winner, this kind of sums it up, really. You just have to smile. And why not? And you just grab the share of the lead late on.
Could this be McIlroy's first win on the European Tour since the DP World Tour Championship in Dubai at the end of the 2012 campaign? Maybe because after a couple of powerful blows, a birdie is beckoning on the 17th.
So after his long iron second shot came up just short. This was his 3rd on the par 5. It's good, but a tricky birdie putt to come on its green that's very hard to read. Back on the 15th, another wayward drive from Luke Donald means it has to be a working man's par. After this, another exquisite chip. He stays 11 under, 3 to play.
Up on the 16th, Lowry has a left-to-right breaker from the fringe for birdie. marginally over-borrowed, he will settle for a par. Something I'm afraid that proves elusive for Bjorn on the 15th. Back-to-back bogeys see the not-so-great Dane today slip 3 off the lead. Undisguised frustration.
Now a huge moment from McIlroy on the 17th. This for the outright lead on the 71st hole. For the first time this week, he's in front. Oh yes! The Rory roar echoes around the Wentworth estate, Phil.
Bjorn's fading, Donald's fighting, Lowry's lurking, but McIlroy is leading, and he's boldly opted for a driver off the 18th tee.
Trying to take the bunkers on the left-hand side out of play. That is a big hit. He's really gone for this. You want to slide it from left to right, ideally. That's just what he's done. Great shot.
Guys, just stand still, thanks.
Pushed tee shot on 16. Luke Donald, though, only has 147 yards left. And that was a wholesale misjudgment.
It sure was. Record that one and save it, because it's a rarity. Now, 3 wood from the tee for Shane Lowry. That's interesting on the 17th. Big par 5. I think he's out of range. He's having a go, though. He's hit it high. He's leaning as he pushed it. Well, not really. That's a big hit. Par 5, remember. That's his second.
Now, Bjorn simply has to make birdies. He's made 2 already on the 16th this week. Stay. Well done.
McIlroy going for the green after that stupendous drive. He's made 2 birdies so far on this hole this week. That was a little quick for me. Yeah, just got in his own way, pushed it. Such fine margins, though. Distance was perfect.
Now, McIlroy got up and down from short of the 17th green for a birdie. Can Lowry do the same? Under the circumstances, Kim, not bad at all.
No, very holeable. Donald. He can't do it again, can he? He can't do it again. Oh, he can, you know. Twice he's chipped in the space of 4 holes. He's 12 under, don't count him out. Wonderful stuff. The massive galleries. They're all Luke Donald fans.
You know, in 2010, Simon Kahn came back from 7 behind to win this event. If McIlroy gets up and down here, he might equal that achievement, and that's just what you expect from him. He's a world star, a golfing megastar.
This is just what we want. The climax to the tournament, this massive event with the big names battling it out, and Bjorn goes to 11 under. He's not finished yet. This is going right to the wire. Multicoloured swap shop there for Thomas Bjorn.
One vital putt following the next.
Left to righter. Oh no. Another one missed on the low side. Familiar story. Will that cost him the title? It may well.
We can't say this would be a title clincher, but I think if he gets it, he'll be the favourite.
Nothing in it. Straight back, straight through. Great round. Matching Gallagher's 66. What a week for Rory McIlroy.
And his succession of low Sundays in big tournaments lately continues. The McIlroy mark has been set. A sixth European Tour win could be imminent, but three players could yet catch the man from Northern Ireland on this fantastic day at Wentworth.
The first of them, Luke Donald, needs a birdie finish to tie. On 17, the putter lets him down. Just the par. An eagle at the last, perhaps? You never know with Luke.
Lowry pushed his second shot on the 18th and needs this to find the hole to match McIlroy. I'm afraid, always short. As far as Rory is concerned, that's one down, two to go. But Lowry mustn't lose concentration, given such a mammoth prize fund.
Thomas Bjorn's late revival of fortunes continues with another birdie here on the 17th. But like Donald, Thomas also needs a closing eagle 3 to catch Rory.
Now on the 18th, Lowry must cozy this up, make a 5, and perhaps bank the largest check of his professional career.
Not an easy putt to judge. The shadows lengthening on the final green. Two putts from here would be good. No. You are kidding me. What a birdie for. That could be a massive pay difference for Shane Lowry, depending on what happens after him. Great effort, though. 68. Irish eyes definitely smiling.
Yes, the Irish economy could be considerably boosted after this. The winner gets €792,000. Lowry may be in line for €528,000.
All down to Donald and Bjorn then. Luke Donald going for it. The green guarded by the new water hazard. Lots of hang time. Oh my goodness, that was inches short. Rebounds off the sleepers. Title hopes literally sunk.
Now Thomas Bjorn was in a bunker off the tee, advanced it to here. It's a 9-iron from 135 yards. Must go in.
Aim it 4 or 5 feet to the right of the pin. Oh, he doesn't like it. And you wouldn't, would you? With a 9-iron in your hand.
And with that, Rory McIlroy is confirmed. He's the BMW PGA Champion of 2014. What a story.
It sure is a fairy tale ending to a very odd week. Donald at the 18th. As ever, sound with the putter. In for the par, round of 70. And a share of third on 12 under par.
And a rather miserable day for Thomas Bjorn ends with a score of 75. At least he retains top dog status in the race to Dubai. One though for him, like the 2003 Open that got away. What a championship, and what a week of emotional peaks and troughs for McIlroy. So now, what's his prevailing emotion?
Relieved. It's been a long time since, well, not a long time, but 18 months since I won on the European Tour, and the win here at Wentworth, flagship event for the European Tour. BMW, what a supporter that they are for golf. Couldn't have asked for any more.
To the winner the spoils, and McIlroy leaps from 15th to 2nd on the updated race to Dubai, that for the 7th straight week continues to be headed by Thomas Bjorn, a measure of consolation there. But at Wentworth, it was McIlroy magic that carried the day. A special Sunday on the West Course, and quite a display from a star with boundless talent. McIlroy's crowned BMW PGA Champion, and for the first time in his meteoric career, he can savour a victory on home European turf.
To watch another European Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.